Do you trust the code created by vibe coding platforms, and do you trust that you won't be hacked through a vibe coding platform? Here's an example where a BBC reporter was hacked through an AI coding platform. So from the BBC, AI coding platform's flaws allow BBC reporter to be hacked. And you can see the nice background that was changed on the reporter's laptop. And you can also see a little image here, Joe is hacked. So the hacker was able to hijack a BBC reporter's laptop to upload this wallpaper. So the BBC has been shown a significant and unfixed cybersecurity risk in a popular AI coding platform. Orchards is a so-called vibe coding tool, meaning that people without coding skills could create an app, such as a game, by simply typing text into a chatbot. And we're often told that this is an early example of how various professional services could be done quickly and cheaply by AI. I've heard numerous executives talk about how their apps are 100% vibe coded and developers are going to be replaced by vibe coding, or developers' jobs are going to be changed to checking code created by a vibe coding platform. But then again, other experts say the ease with which orchards can be hacked demonstrates the risks of allowing AI bots deep access to our computers in exchange for the convenience of allowing them to carry out tasks autonomously. The BBC has repeatedly asked the company for comments, but it has not replied. Orchards claims to have 1 million users and says it is used by top companies including Google, Uber, and Amazon. Bit worrying that, I think. It's also rated as the best program for some elements of vibe coding, but this security researcher was able to hack the BBC reporter's computer because they downloaded the desktop app to a spare laptop, which the reporter uses for experiments, and started a vibe coding project as a test. So, I mean, he was basically vibe coding and created a bunch of code that the reporter didn't understand. But by exploiting a cybersecurity weakness, which they're not disclosing, the hacker was able to gain access to his project and view and edit code that was created. He then added a small line of code, somewhere in the thousands of lines of code created by the vibe coding platform, which then allowed him to gain access to the reporter's computer. Because shortly afterwards, a notepad file called Joe is hacked appeared on the desktop, and the wallpaper was changed to an image of an AI hacker. A nefarious hacker could have easily installed a virus onto the reporter's machine without him having to do anything. What are your thoughts about vibe coding platforms? Do you use them? Do you think it's the future? Or are you worried about the cybersecurity implications like this? People are releasing code without verification to make sure that it's secure. That's one issue. Another issue is that the platforms used to create the code are being hacked, like in this example. But what are your thoughts? Is vibe coding great, or are you concerned about the cybersecurity risks like in this example?